Hello out there. Welcome to another edition of All Things Real Estate. Today I am talking about a conversation that I'm having with sellers a lot lately, and it has to do with appraisal. With these home prices going crazy and so many offers coming in at over list, a lot of sellers are asking me what happens when we get an over list offer at appraisal. Like, are we going to have to worry about that? And what I want to talk to you about today is how do we support that value when it comes to time for appraisal when you're selling your house, okay? So stay tuned. All things real estate and all things real estate. Okay, so it's really smart to think about appraisal when you do set your list price for your house. Um, I tell sellers all the time, you have to think about the fact that you have to sell your house twice in most cases. Once to the buyer, and then again to the appraiser through the loan process that your buyer is probably going to get. Now, you don't have to do that if you get a cash offer and you can work out a cash deal for your house. But most of the time, I would say probably 85% of the time, you're not going to have a cash buyer. You're going to have a buyer that's going to get a mortgage and it's going to have an appraisal. So, how do you support that high contract price on appraisal? One of the big ways that I do it is I ask my sellers to come up with a list of things that they've done in their home in the last 5 to 10 years and to ballpark the costs of things that they've done. So, for instance, if you've built a pergola outside in your backyard, I want to know about that and I want to know how much that pergola cost you. Of course, if you put a pool in, or if you've done some kitchen renovations, or if you've done, wood floors and that kind of thing, we're going to itemize all of those improvements that you've done over the past 5 or 10 years, and we're going to put a price tag on those so that we can provide that list of upgrades and costs to the appraiser. The other thing that I do for my sellers to support appraised value is I go ahead and run comps again. So we run comps when we set the list price, of course, too. But then when we get our contract price and I'm trying to support an appraisal, I'm going to pull those comps that are the highest and best comps that I can find within 1 mile radius of the home. And I'm going to provide those comps to the appraiser so that they can use the comps that we want them to use. So those are the two ways that you really are trying to support your contract value at appraisal, and I hope that that helps you. Again, it's very smart to think about list price, to think about how you're going to support the contract price that you're eventually going to get, and hopefully you're going to get a contract that's way over list, like a lot of sellers are doing these days. And if you have any questions about your home value, about list price, about appraisals, anything like that, I hope that you get in touch. And I hope to see you next week on another edition of All Things Real Estate. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. All things real estate.